I saw Gloria Johnson look at you. It's a moment that we all watched with her hugging you. And she remarked about the idea that maybe it's the color of your skin, the reason why you're out and she's still in. And I see a lot of people who don't look like you shaking your hand. What was that moment like to have her reflect maybe on your race being the reason why you're no longer in that house?
I mean, Representative Johnson, my sister Gloria, has always stood with us and knows that we have been challenging systemic racism. We used to have a KKK statue in this Capitol. She stood with us when I was a community organizer. And so, I mean, you cannot deny what you heard today, where my colleagues telling me that I'm a uppity, basically an uppity Negro, and that I didn't bow down, and I won't bow down, because this is too important for the next generation. And so what they're doing today is simply demonstrating to the world that we don't have democracy in Tennessee, that this system, that there is a system of systemic racism that governs Tennessee, and Cameron Sexton, the Speaker of the House, should be ashamed of himself.
All right, guys, so we got to talk about the insurrectionist Tennessee Democrats that are a part of the state's legislative chamber that were up for expulsion. Now, as of the making of this video, there were 3 of them that were put up for expulsion. 2 of them got expelled from the Tennessee state legislature, and then both of them have now been reinstated, right? Which honestly is kind of sad, okay? I mean, it's like, bruh, we kicked them out just for them to be let back in. Amazing stuff. So, one of the guys, Mr. Justin Pearson, was exposed as a Malcolm X / MLK wannabe, okay? In college, he was a well-spoken, enlightened centrist, okay? And then as soon as he left college and he got into the real world, I guess, he knew that, okay, well, in order for me to reach greater political heights, I need to be more woke, okay? I need to be exactly how the race hustlers want me to be, because race hustling is the most powerful currency in 2023. It really is. So nobody should be surprised that this guy channeled his inner race hustler, right, in celebration of him being reinstated back into the Tennessee state legislature. Take a look.
To the well. I believe in a division of people who've been ostracized. Coming to the well. See, I see white folk and black folk. I see queer folk and straight folk. I see rich folk and poor folk coming from the back to the well of demanding justice right now. Not tomorrow, but right now. Justice right now. It is this movement. Right now. That's going to change this country. It's this movement in this moment in time that's going to change the country. And I'm so glad. Oh, I'm so glad. Yes, I'm glad. Oh, I'm glad. Yes, I'm glad. I'm so glad.
It is a celebration, clearly, on the steps there in Shelby County, the Shelby County Commission that just again voted back.
Wow. Absolutely incredible stuff. Not only are these insurrection Democrats actors, apparently they're also criminals, as there's another representative by the name of Mr. Justin Jones, who has been going on television crying racism.
Or they shouldn't have been able to. They still did. It enraged them, because to them, we are not equal. To them in the South, we still are separate and unequal and not worthy of even being in this place that we call the People's House. It is a very toxic environment. White supremacy is real here in Tennessee. This is the birthplace of the Klan. But it's also the birthplace of a movement of civil rights with people like Diane Nash and John Lewis and C.T. Vivian. And so we have that dual history here. And we want to stand in that other legacy of young people, young Black people challenging this white terror that has defined the South for too long.
He has been exposed as a violent criminal who in 2020, during the summer of love, okay, where everything was fiery but mostly peaceful, he's been exposed stopping cars and assaulting drivers during that summer. Okay, so stopping cars and assaulting drivers. Now, this guy said that this was made up, right? That this was fake news. Not true, except we have video evidence of this guy being an actual criminal. So I want to talk about this. So let's go ahead and get into it. Footage has been unearthed of disgraced Tennessee State Representative Justin Jones stopping cars and assaulting drivers during summer protests outside of the state capitol in 2020. Jones had claimed at the time that the narrative that he was violent was false. The footage proves otherwise. Quote, they will try to push a false narrative portraying me as violent as a way to deflect from their own actions. They will suggest that I am out of order. That is their strategy. However, I'm hopeful for the chance to present our evidence in a transparent manner, Jones tweeted. Yeah, so this guy's saying that, hey, this is a false narrative, right? They're lying on me. This is fake news. I'm not violent, right? I'm not violent. It's the white man's fault, right? Except we have actual footage here of this guy being violent, right? Doing the exact opposite of what he said he was doing. Now, I believe in this footage, Justin Jones is the guy with the hat, okay? He's the guy with the hat. Now, as you can see here, this guy, again, this is doing a summer of love, right? Fiery, but mostly peaceful. Mostly peaceful according to the mainstream liberal media. But as you can see here, this guy is going to stop his vehicle with a cone, right? He's going to stop the vehicle. Okay, they get in front of it. Apparently, they're not afraid of being ran over, right? Guy's like, oh, you know what? I'm trying to go. I don't have time for this. They start harassing the guy. Harassing the guy in the vehicle. And again, guy's trying to drive away. He's like, bro, I'm done with this. Right? I'm running y'all over at this point. So he takes the traffic cone, sticks it into the vehicle. The guy finally gets away, and then he throws the traffic cone at the guy's head in the vehicle. Yeah, this guy, totally innocent, peaceful freedom fighter, okay? And if you need any more evidence that this guy is a violent criminal, here's some video footage of him jumping on top of a police car, basically committing an act of vandalism against public property, doing a fiery but mostly peaceful protest. Take a look. Peaceful freedom fighter, okay? Taking traffic cones, stopping traffic, stopping people in traffic, and then taking a traffic cone and insulting people with the traffic cone. Yeah, this is the type of guy that should be serving in our state legislators, okay? This is who they voted to reinstate. Absolutely shameful stuff. Local blog Scoop Nashville featured the violent footage in 2021, writing, quote, in June of 2020, Justin Batista Jones, better known as Brother Jones, locally, was one of the publicly visible, often by design protesters at the state capitol. He received a lot of pushback from his own community after it was discovered he was often only making appearances when he knew there would be media coverage, and eventually had a falling out with one of the other visible female members of the group. So apparently this guy only comes around when he can get something out of it, right? Which is par for the course when it comes to these so-called activists. Okay, they're clout chasers, right? Quote, throughout the entire time, he has faced over a dozen charges, but always denied that he was violent, despite multiple assaults, assault on an officer, and reckless endangerment charges. In the newly obtained video, one of his assaults was captured and presented to the grand jury, and he was indicted on 2 counts of reckless endangerment. On Monday afternoon, Jones, a Democrat who was expelled for leading an anti-gun protest into the storming of the state capitol last month, was reinstated to the House. Again, that's unfortunate, right? Especially considering how this guy is a criminal. He's a violent criminal, okay? Why is he serving in any state legislature? I don't understand. The Nashville Metropolitan Council voted unanimously to reinstate Jones. All 36 members of the council voted to reappoint him as an interim representative for the 52nd District. Jones had claimed that his removal was due to a white supremacist system, though their vote was racist, though their vote was to expel the 2 youngest black lawmakers. Their attack on democracy hurts all of us. Whether you're black, brown, or white, it's an assault on all of us, Jones said to Al Sharpton on MSNBC. Yeah, so again, it's funny how this works, okay? it's an attack on democracy to expel Democrats who commit violent insurrections. But it is just accountability to try to expel somebody like Marjorie Taylor Greene for liking Facebook posts, right? Do you guys understand how this works? Okay, these are the same people that want to expel Marjorie Taylor Greene for something that she liked on social media, okay? But these guys lead a violent insurrection, right, at the Tennessee State Capitol, and they want to give them a slap on the wrist, okay? They want us to forgive them, right? It's an attack on democracy. In his incarnation as an activist, Jones was previously barred from contacting certain lawmakers and visiting the legislative building until April 22nd, 2020. Yeah, so this guy was already banned from the Capitol because he's violent. This was a result of a separate incident in which he was accused of throwing a cup of liquid at ex-House Speaker Glenn Casada. Yeah, so again, the shame here is that you have people that are serving as elected representatives that are violent criminals. Okay, you have people that have put violent criminals into state legislature, and these people supposed to be making laws, right, and making decisions about your life and how you're supposed to live. Again, absolutely amazing stuff, man. The deterioration of this country in regards to how we vote is really something to behold. Okay, this is why I say I take the Socrates philosophy when it comes to voting, that everybody shouldn't vote, man. Right? I'm not a big democracy guy, right? I'm not a big democracy guy. Okay, again, I like, you know, representative democracies, right? But full democracy, I think, is a problem, right? In this case right here, his district or his constituents that voted for him, they seem to not really care about his criminal history, right? The fact that this guy is violent, and he has taken that violence to the state capitol, right? As a representative, he should be expelled. He should not be allowed to serve. This is not the type of people we should be having serving in our elected bodies. But hey, you know, in 2023, we're putting criminals on a pedestal, right? Put criminals on a pedestal. So it is what it is. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.